Okay, this is kind of a little bit of an introduction to this video for today. We started working on we had a bad hose on the Orit motor for the conveyor on the mixer that we had to get taken care of this morning. 4250 that needed an inline fuel filter, and I ended up taking the forklift, which has been parked right there for months on end now, out to Thompson and Johnson. Then I got myself into a little pickle when I came back. I ended up getting my trucks, the C5 stuck. Had to pull it out with a 9410, which you'll see that here later on in the video. This is and was my 2005 Polaris Fusion 900 snowmobile. I ended up selling that today to one of the guys that works for me, and we were gonna just load it up onto the lowboy trailer and bring it home from where I had it stored in a barn, but I said to hell with it, I'll just ride it back to the farm here. So I held onto the camera with one hand and tried riding along. I don't know what kind of video that's going to turn out to be, and then I screwed around with it around the buildings here, and I'm going to put that in the video here here in a little bit. So which you'll see that. I got home tonight. The C5 was due for an oil change. Ended up dropping the oil out of that, and it's just late enough now. I'm actually doing this introduction at the end of the day here. It's just late enough. We're going to leave that alone, and that is the last thing that I did for today. So with that being said, hope you enjoy the video. Like I said before, drop me a comment down below and enjoy the video. Oh, how's it going today? We're working on a mixer wagon here this morning. We've got a blown hose. So we're going to get this off, take it down to Napa and get it fixed. I broke my hose machine yesterday, the crimper that pushes down on the collets. It broke. So I've got two options. I can put a field repair end on this, or I can take this hose down and have Napa make a new one. Alright, we got James back. He's got his hose all on there. And yeah. Alright, so we crapped out a filter. I gotta see if I got one here. Alright, there's the guy I need right there. So I have to put this in the bucket so I get a new one. So Norris, I thought we were going to make it through this cold snap without getting any fuel on my gloves.
They've been pretty far. So far. Feed tracker's been good.
Yeah, feed tracker, everything's been good. This is always the problem on these older tractors. This fuel filter will plug first. Especially after it's run some. What'll usually happen is it'll just get plugged up with ice. Now, these fuel systems aren't as finicky as the newer systems. And what I've done in the past is just drill a hole right through this filter from one end to the other.
Yeah, so it's just...
It ends up going through your lift pump, but your secondary filters are going to grab all the garbage.
Yeah.
So, see, and that's free flowing fuel there. Now it's warm enough now, this will take right off, but I've been down that road before where you change this damn thing, and all it does is plug it up a little later on. So you just drill a hole all the way through it.
Yeah.
And what I do so that I know that filter's been compromised, wrap a piece of tape around it.
Yeah.
Damn thing. I gotta stand up on here. Just wrap a piece of electrical tape around it so when it warms up, you know to switch that off in there. Alright, try it. That takes care of that. Alright, we have a little bit of a problem with a tire here. We're not sure why it went down. We're going to have to jack this up, get it up in the air so that the top of the tire comes over. And then we'll have to get the cheetah going here too. Alright, we're going to need to fuel that tire. Gonna get the fuel jug, yeah.
It wasn't bad there.
It's going. I'll go to gauge. Hold on. That fuel jug still on here?
Yep. Yeah. Put that on the road. I'll get a gauge.
Oh, yeah. Run down to get the sweet high. Well, I think that's going to take care of that. We probably better check the air pressure on all the tires. Yeah, well, the inner one would have been carrying the weight, but probably what happened with it being real cold, air pressure probably got a little low on this one, then bounced it across them ruts, peeled it off the bead. Alright, we're going to get this unhooked and we're going to hook onto the lowboy so that we can take this forklift in and get it looked at. So we'll go ahead and drop the landing gear and get everything unhooked. The only problem is I have to come uphill to get onto this lowboy, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So we'll get this unhooked and try hooking onto the lowboy. Alright, here goes nothing. We're all unhooked from the tanker. Now we're going to try to back up to the lowboy here. So I might have trouble. I might have to come back down with something and plow this out a little better. But they plowed it out best they could with a road tractor being here. So we're gonna give it a try. Alright, obviously we weren't able to get up to the trailer with the conditions that the driveway is in here, so we're just down here plowing out a little bit. Jared's going to come down with some sand, and he's going to sand this so we can get up to this trailer. So that's the problem with parking on a hill. Doesn't matter which direction you're heading in. If you're headed uphill, you can't get away from the trailer. If you're heading downhill, you can't get up to it. To one of our older barns where I had my snowmobile stored. I ended up selling that to Norse. So we're just gonna throw it we're just gonna throw it on this trailer to get it back to the shop. How many poles, Norse?
6.
6?
Maybe.
3, 4, 5. Wow, 5 pulls. She started. Let this warm up a little bit and we'll back this out of here. We're either going to load it on the low boy or I'm just going to ride it to the farm. Might be better off just riding it.
It's gonna be a lot better watching him not be able to walk tomorrow.
He'll be fine. Where you go?
Jeff, you're missing how to ride a snowmobile.
I know how to run a snowmobile.
I don't know if you could do what he watching, Jeff. When he hits us big on this right there.
I would give you $20.
Try to get half price now.
2,500. Should I go get my four-wheeler and take all this back?
Yup.
It's just center mount.
Want to try it before you buy it? Huh? What do you think, James? Does she run good? Huh? You want to try it? Think you can get that air off of there? Huh? I almost spilt it right there. Did you see that? I brought her back though, right?
Yeah, he's got it on camera.
I've done that a couple times, you know. Well, fun's over. Alright, we are going to load this forklift on that trailer. I'm just going to come right, if I come right underneath it, it'll lift right up on the frame. So we just got to make sure it doesn't pinch anything. I've got to be, you'll see there's like the transmission pan is right here. I got to be just behind that and behind those hoses. I need a cameraman, Nate. We need to get all angles here. Wire or something lay crossway.
I think if Jeff sat on it, it probably wouldn't lift it.
That's sketchy. Oh.
Sit back on the fucking telephone. That's a lot of weight. Yeah, that fucking, this one, all the hoses are just gonna blow and it's just gonna go to shit. Those tires are not happy.
Didn't even stop. He's like, that's fucked.
Doesn't care.
Oh yeah, he's coming.
Right there. Oh, he goes forward, watch him go.
Sarge is wrong. Oh.
It's hard just looking at the back tires on the front. She's good, Sarge. It's mine right there.
You can't go much further. This side's gonna flop.
It's gotta go back, actually, this side. Oh, gotta go back. Very nice. Push them right together. They right tight together? Yep.
Okay, we are heavy hauling today. We've got the forklifts all loaded up. I'm going to run this out to Thompson and Johnson. It's got something wrong with the transmission, and there's a steering cylinder on the, well, it's the it's the whole cylinder, but it's the right hand side. The gland nut keeps loosening up. So we're gonna take it out there, get this damn thing fixed. We ain't got time to monkey with it. And get it back here in short order. This is a 1983, and the trouble that I have with it, it's hard to get parts for it, and I just don't want to make 14 trips to the dealer to get parts and be working on it all winter. So rather than that, we'll just take it out there and let them do it. That's how I put it on. I lift it up behind the oil pan. So this is what I did, right? Trailer was parked on the other side of the Diller tanker. So I come down the hill here and I'm judging what I'm gonna do, knowing that I'm probably not gonna be able to back up the hill to get the trailer in where it's supposed to go. So there's a drift of snow right here, well, right where the truck is stuck. But I figured, I'll be all right. I'm going downhill. And I approached it at a pretty good rate. I slowed down to compensate, going around the back left side of the Diller trailer. And now I'm stuck. Now, I want to unhook this tonight. I don't want to screw around with it anymore tonight. I can't unhook it there because it's out in the driveway too much. Everybody's gone home, and I want to pull that truck in and drop the oil out of it. It needs an oil change. So I'm down here alone. I've got the 9410 hooked to it, and I'm just going to very carefully drag the truck up into here, get it unhooked, and get it up to the shop and drop the oil out of it. So Okay, for the most part, all I gotta do is come a little farther forward. We've got a little bit of a dilemma here, though. I had the brakes on the trailer so that, you know, as I get to freewheeling, it doesn't end up coming around, you know, coming down into the tractor. So I've released the brakes on the trailer. The trailer, when that slid up over this mound of snow, and it wants to slide this way. I'm very close to that manure tanker. I might come up, I might unhook the 9410 and come up into here and push on this trailer to push it over that way. But we're gonna go and try to move it a little bit more here forward. See if we can't get it out of there without it hitting this left-hand tire on this Dillard trailer. So set you guys back down here. Okay, so I'm almost to the point where I could just leave well enough alone. We're going to use this Dillard trailer before the lowboy. It's right into the tire on this Dillard trailer here. I mean, I don't think you can get any closer than that. I'm into the mud flap there, so I'm going to unhook the 9410, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to push on that trailer. Try to push it that way to see if I can't sneak that forward a little bit. If I can, I'm just going to leave it there. The truck's going to drive out on its own. So, pull this chain off of here. I want to catch the frame of that trailer just ahead of that front axle. Come on, come down there. Okay, I don't know where the battery died here, but I pushed the trailer ahead, or I pushed the trailer to the left because it was approaching that getting into that Dillard trailer a little bit. So we've got that pushed out of the way now. I don't know, again, I don't know when that battery went out on the camera here. I knew it was getting down to the limit here, but we got another one back in there. So we pushed right against here. Actually, there's some yellow paint right there from the blade. We'll push the trailer over that way so that we'd miss this, ouch. So we'd miss this trailer here because I was getting close. You can kind of see a little bit of a mark in the tire there from where that trailer dragged against that back left tire. And we've come over about as far as we dare here. So hopefully I didn't knock a tire off the rim. Looks like we're good and solid, so we didn't go too far there. So we're going to come up here. We're going to grab the steering wheel of this truck and straighten it out a little bit. Okay, we'll pull this again. We've got a little ways to go there. Okay, I don't think you'd want to get any tighter than that when you're parking trailers, but that's how we do things around here. So, what I need to do now, I've got to back up a little bit so I can release that kingpin. So, before I pull this tractor out of the way, I want to make sure this truck will move. Oh, the freaking trouble I get myself into, I tell you. Let's see if we can release this kingpin here. It's starting to get dark. Alright, perfect. Alright, so I'm gonna get that tractor. I take that tractor up above here. We'll get this unhooked, and I'm gonna drop the oil out of this truck tonight. Alright, we're gonna get this 9410 parked just exactly where it was, and we're not going to tell anybody about what happened here. So we're just going to keep this kind of quiet. I've got to walk down and get the truck yet. I'm going to pull that in the shop, drop the oil out of it. It's 23 or 27 hours over on the oil change. So being that we're between trailers right now, be nice to get it in now rather than unhooking it special just to get it in the shop. So, well, that's gonna do it for this video. I've got the oil drained out of this truck. I got to put an oil filter on it, throw the oil plug in. It's late enough tonight. It's 6:15 right now. We'll put the oil in it tomorrow. I left the oil plug on the tire with the oil filter wrench. Keys out of it. Nobody's going to monkey around with it. There's enough oil drained out of it. It doesn't need to sit all night. It is actually, it ain't even dripping right now. So I'll finish that tomorrow. With that being said, it's going to be it for this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you at the next one. Thanks again for watching, folks.